Welcome to our online worship experience. I'm Caleb Villers. I'm the student pastor here at Somersville Baptist. And I want you to know that we are continuing online worship only until the end of May. And at the end of the announcements, I've got some really good information about what June may look like. But before we go on, I want to let you know of some prayer concerns that we have for our church family. And I don't have a lot of details, but I just want you to know that these are people in our church who are in need of your prayer right now. And so Fred Foster, Virginia Bell, and Bill Taylor. These are just some people that as a church family, we want to be praying earnestly for at this time. God knows what's going on in those situations, but we as a church family want to get behind them in fervent prayer for the lives that they're living and the things that are going on in their lives right now. And just a reminder, we only potentially have a few more weeks of this, but if you'd be interested in saying a prayer or reading the announcements, please reach out to me so that we can get a little help with hopefully the last few of these videos that we have to make. But we still want to get you guys to be a part of these last few videos and get your faces in front of your church family. Our kids are continuing to do some incredible things. I say this every week, but it is very important that you go to Facebook and find SBC Kids and like that page. Because even after we potentially get back into church, there's still going to be most of our kids' things happening online there through that Facebook page. So be sure to go there, like that page, join them Sunday nights at 5:30 for Grow Online. And just be a part of the amazing discipleship that's happening, even though we can't have our kids together physically in the building. Youth Group Online is continuing and going amazingly. We're also continuing on with our quarantine challenge. I've got a great quarantine challenge coming out actually on Sunday. And so be ready for that. If you join us for Youth Group Online, you'll hear about that first. If not, I'll post that out Sunday evening or Monday. We just finished up doing the trick shot quarantine challenge. I got some great successful trick shots and some that were a little less successful. So we'll get those posted out. Follow us on our social media, Somersville Baptist Youth. That's on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to see those submissions, there's some pretty good ones and even some fails. So be sure to be on the lookout for those. One thing that we are very sad about is that at least for the month of June, church camp has been canceled. The Cowan board will be deciding early in June whether that means the whole summer is going to be canceled or if we might get to have some in-person camps in July and August. But at the very least, June camps have been canceled. And so camp has decided to do this really cool thing called Camp in a Box. And what that means is that all those who are going to be missing camp this summer have the opportunity to have a little bit of camp sent straight to their home. And so Camp in a Box is the way that they're doing that. And in Camp in the Box, there's going to be some camp gear, t-shirt, cup, highlighter, pencil, glasses, all just fun things that you could buy in the camp store. There will also be 8 weeks of devotions written by camp counselors, camp staff, and camp directors. And these are devotions that your kids can go through and continue to grow and be discipled, even through what they kind of would have gotten at camp. They have the opportunity to do that at home. There's also going to be in there some activities, different games, crafts, even recipes that you have seen and done and played and eaten at camp. And then there's also going to be an opportunity for a 10% discount on the next camp event that you're able to go to. So it's a really awesome thing to kind of bring camp home, even if we can't go to camp this summer. And as you know, our church loves Camp Cowan, and we love seeing kids changed and lives changed at camp. And so it's always been something that our church has done, that we've always paid for kids to go to camp. And this Camp in a Box is going to be no different. we want to provide a Camp in the Box box for any kid that wants to have a little bit of camp at home. So if you would like to get a Camp in the Box, please reach out to the church. There's an order form on the campcowan.org website. If you go there, you can fill it out, but send it to our church so we can purchase your box. We will also be putting out an online form coming very soon that you can just type in your online order. We'll make it come to the church so that we can purchase the box for you. But we want every kid who wants to have a little bit of camp at home, we want every kid to have that opportunity. And we as a church want to make it our goal to pay for those boxes and pay for those students to have a little bit of camp at home and a little bit of continued discipleship throughout the summer. It is coming down to the wire. If you have not turned in graduation information for a high school or college graduate, we need that information ASAP. We need a name, a photo, where they're graduating from, what accolades they may be graduating with, and what their future plans are. Please get those to us as soon as possible because that recognition will be coming up very soon. We'll be deciding exactly when that is as we kind of figure out what the next steps are for the church as a whole. We are continuing our online Bible studies. If you have not gotten plugged into our Wednesday night Bible study, I highly recommend that you do that. It's on Zoom. If you have no idea how to get on Zoom, that's okay. Reach out to us and we will walk you through it and help you get plugged into that. Also, our women are having a Bible study on Monday nights. And then, of course, our youth group is continuing on Sundays at 6 to have our youth group online. And the announcement you've all been waiting for is the information on reopening our church. And so the deacons have decided that the first Sunday in June, we will begin our reopening process. What that means is that we'll be open for a 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock service. If you want to come and be a part of service in the building, again, we'll be open at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And each of those services will be completely identical, blended services. So feel free to choose either one, spread out between the two, so that we can make sure that we can get as many people into the church sanctuary as possible. Because we are going to be following a few of the guidelines recommended by the governor and recommended, of course, by our deacon board. And if you would like to see a full list of those guidelines, hopefully you got an email or a letter in the mail. If not, feel free to go to our Facebook page. Those are all written out. Pastor Dana has written a letter to the church just talking about the guidelines that we are going to be following. And if you don't have access to that, reach out to the church. We'll make sure to get you a copy so that you can see it. I'll go over a few of the guidelines just so that you are aware. We do ask that if you're feeling ill, that you not come to church on Sunday morning. We realize that everyone wants to be here, but it's safest if you're not feeling well to stay home. We will continue to have online services, so you feel free to utilize that not only if you're ill, but if you just don't feel comfortable coming back out in public yet. That's perfectly fine. We will continue to put online services on our website and possibly on Facebook. We will be utilizing every other church row and trying to keep a 6-foot distance between everyone. So what that means is we're going to encourage families to sit together so that we can get as many people into the sanctuary as possible. If we fill the sanctuary, we are going to have overflow rooms available that have live feeds of the service being shown in those rooms. So don't worry about not having a seat. We'll have plenty of space to spread out and to still see the worship service and be in the building together. We are also requesting that after services, that you leave quickly and orderly for a couple reasons. One, so that we can sanitize the pews in between service. And another, so that we can not be huddling together in the small spaces of the church. We know that you're excited to see each other, and so we do encourage you to say hi from a distance. Feel free to go out and talk in the parking lot or maybe on the sidewalks. But between services, we really want to get everyone out and the new people back in, but still have time to sanitize the pews. And we will be needing help sanitizing the pews in between services. So if you would like to do that and help with that, just let us know. Face masks will be highly recommended. If you do not have a face mask or you leave yours at home, we will have clean face masks available here at the church to give you. We understand that this is an inconvenience. They're not super fun to wear, but we are just trying to be courteous of each other and courteous of others in wearing our masks to do the most that we can to try to help each other stay well and healthy. The offering plates will not be passed around. They will be at the doors to drop off your money on your way out. We will also be continuing to encourage you to give online. All that information is either on our website or will be in service on the screens. We also not have paper bulletins. All of the bulletin information will either be on our website online or will be on screens during service. So we won't need to pass those out and pass those around. And again, if you want to see a full list of the guidelines that we'll be following, please go to our Facebook page, or hopefully you've received an email or a letter, or feel free to call and reach out to the church, and we'll make sure that you get a full list of those guidelines so that you can be ready and understanding of what we're going to be doing when we get to be back in the church building on June 7th. And so again, thank you for joining us for this online worship experience. We will continue this online worship experience for however long we need to. But know that if you are ready to be back in the church building, the doors will be open for 9 and 11 o'clock service on June 7th. I can't wait to see you and to get to worship physically with you again. Have a wonderful day.